So today we're going to be talking about all of my summer essentials, everything from beauty to fashion, even a little bit of fragrance and some things in between. So I'm going to get right into it, but I would love to hear from you guys what you like to bring into your routines in the summertime in any category that you want to talk about. Leave it down below and let's get right into it. Okay, let's first talk about SPFs. I do have a couple favorites. My first is probably the one that you guys hear me talk about the most because it is definitely my most used sunscreen. It's the Elastin Hydrating Pro Mineral Sunscreen. If you want a tinted sunscreen, this is by far my absolute favorite. I wear this in place of my foundation because it has such nice coverage. It also has like a gorgeous glow to it as well. It's not the highest SPF number out there. It's an SPF of 36, but for day to day, I just absolutely love this. It is by far my most used. My skin does not break out when I use it, and I just love the way it actually makes my skin look. Like, there are very few SPF products, if not really any other SPF products actually, that make my skin look as good as this does. For untinted, these two are my favorites. The Ultraviolet SPF 50, this is the Future Fluid Super Light Mineral Sunscreen. This is very, 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 very lightweight, which is why I love it. It is a very, very watery texture, but it's not just watery in texture. Like, it pretty much just disappears when it's on the skin. So it's really great if you are somebody who doesn't like the feeling of SPF, like you will not feel this. And then this one is the Elta MD UV Daily Broad Spectrum SPF 40. This is actually the tinted version. They do have a couple different versions, clear, untinted. I do like the tinted. It doesn't give coverage like the Elastin one does. This one is also really sheer and lightweight. There's even hyaluronic acid in here, so it's pretty hydrating as well, but it's not heavy. It doesn't have that like sunscreeny feeling. It's just like the perfect layering piece in your routine. Like, it's gonna layer beautifully underneath your foundation. So because I'm gonna be putting on a skin tint, I'm going to put on the Ultraviolet SPF 50. My boyfriend also really loves this sunscreen. He unfortunately steals all of my products, especially my SPF. And I've actually been seeing it in the side of his vanity like way too often. I'm like, listen, I know you like this product, but you can't use it all. When it comes to my makeup in the summertime, basically my criteria is that it has to last because it has been so hot already and the summer just started, so I do not want my makeup melting off of my face. And I also just want it to be lightweight and really simple. Typically in the summer I really don't wear that much makeup, but when I do, like, the products that I choose are pretty intentional. My favorite skin tint for the last couple of months, and I told you guys when I first started using this that this was going to be a staple in the summertime. I just knew it because it's really the perfect summertime skin tint. It has the perfect amount of like light to medium coverage. It's pretty hydrating. It has a really nice glow that's also not like too over the top, and it just lasts really beautifully on the skin. I always apply it with my fingers, which also just makes it feel like really easy just to slap on. Not a finicky product at all that you need to like finesse into the skin. And for me in the summertime, like, that is my go-to. I don't want to feel like I am needing to take like a lot of time to like work products into the skin or just take too much time on my makeup routine in general. You see how that immediately just like perfected my skin, added a really beautiful natural glow, and this is gonna look good for the entire day. So with lip products, I have been obsessed with like staining lip products because they're just so easy to wear and they will obviously stain and last for a really, really long time. And I recently got into the lip liner stains. I've been seeing these around on like TikTok and Instagram for months and months and months now. Like, watching people like peel off this lip stain always looks so satisfying, but I just never got around to trying it myself. And now that I have, I understand the hype. I understand why people love this so much because with lip liners, even the long wearing ones, I mean, they end up fading at some point. So it's so nice to have a lip liner stain that will literally stay on your lips for a significant portion of the day. I've been using this one from the brand Sashu. It's called the Lip Liner Stain, and I use the shade Nude 01. So basically what you do is you wanna apply it kind of at the beginning of your makeup routine because you actually have to let it set for at least like 5 to 10 minutes before you actually peel it off. And the longer you let it set, the darker the stain is going to be. So you don't want to do this like when you're in a rush and you have to like get somewhere. Pretty easy to apply. It has a very like skinny applicator that you pretty much just use to line your lips. We're gonna let that marinate, let that sit and dry. In the meantime, let's talk about blush. Okay, these are my two current blush favorites. Whenever the summertime rolls around, my favorite types of blush always start to go from more like a muted berry into the brighter pinks. Like this type of color is always my go-to color when I get a little bit more tan and when I want that like summery vibe. This is a beautiful color from Say. It's called Flirty. Okay, and this is the most gorgeous little cushiony blush from a brand called Fwee, I believe, Fwee. It's a K-beauty brand. And I just started using this. I'm obsessed with it. It is a beautiful, like soft matte finish. Look at that. Most gorgeous strawberry pink. It's a little bit more muted compared to the Say color. The Say color is a little bit brighter. And I do always like more of a soft matte formula in the summertime, especially if the rest of my base is a little bit glowier. It's nice to kind of balance things out a little bit. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna layer the two because I actually find they look beautiful together. So I'm gonna go in first with the Say color, and I'm gonna, I just got a glimpse of myself in here and it just looks so crazy. It looks like I just had chocolate milk or something. So I'm gonna just put the Say near like the top of my cheekbone. I'm just gonna spread it with my finger first, and then with a brush, I'm just gonna pat it out. Beautiful. I'm like, you can stop here. This is a beautiful blush on its own. I absolutely love it. But I'm telling you, like the combination of this with this just like adds that little extra something. So I'm gonna just take a little bit. This texture, by the way, is so satisfying. It's like a little bit of like a soft, cushiony jelly texture. And I like to put this because it's a little bit deeper, like on the apple of my cheek. And then again, I'll blend it. So it's kind of like the darker tone is like fading back. This bronzer, I love this so much. Okay, this is a powder bronzer from RMS. It's the Beach Walk Betty. This has been my go-to bronzer, as you can see. It's very well loved. It's beautiful because it has such a beautiful, like soft, gorgeous glow to it. And it's really beautiful because it's super lightweight. So you really just get like a nice veil of color when you use this. It doesn't like overwhelm the skin, but it gives you like such a beautiful, soft, bronzy look. So let's jump back into the lips. I'm gonna peel this off now. So you don't have to use tweezers, but I actually do just because I feel like it comes off so much easier when I'm able to just like grab it. But you just take the end and peel it off. So satisfying. Ew. I never know what to do with like the peely part. Do you just like throw it on the floor? Like, what do you do? I do really like the color of this one because it's pretty natural looking. For my skin tone, it really just very lightly outlines my lips and just gives me like a nice contour. Okay, now I'm gonna put on an actual lip stain. I really do love the Milk Cooling Water Jelly Tints. This one is the shade Chill. And I'm just going to very lightly just like dab it on my lips just to give like a nice like wash of color. I dab it, press my lips together. You can build it up as much as you want. I like to keep it like chill. I just want like a little bit of something. And then this whole combo is just going to look like this for the entire day. And what I really love to do, I feel like this is like the perfect little summer hack, is having this stain on, which isn't gonna go anywhere, but then topping it off with a gloss, and not just any gloss, but an SPF lip gloss. Because please do not forget to put SPF on your lips. I burnt my lips once, like 15 years ago, and because I burnt them that one time, they're so susceptible to being burnt all the time. So I really need to be careful with my lips because burning them just freaking sucks and you just don't want to. So using an SPF lip balm is a really great way to obviously protect your lips and make them look great. So this one's the Ultraviolet SPF 50 Sheen Hydrating Lip Balm. They have a couple different shades. This one is Bejeweled, and it just adds a nice amount of shine, but more importantly, even more protection. So this is essentially my quintessential summer look. It's so quick, so easy, lasts all day, and I'm also protected from the sun. Okay, almost forgot to talk about a little setting spray that I've been really loving. This is the RMS Radiance Lock Setting Mist. This is both a radiance and a locking down setting spray, and I love the combination of both of those things because I always want a little bit of a glow, but I also want my makeup to last, especially in the summertime. And I just love the RMS sprays. I find that they always work so nicely for my skin, so I wanted to mention this one because it's fantastic. Comfy bras are an essential, not just in the summertime, really all year round. I really hate wearing bras because most of the time I feel like they're just really uncomfortable. And so I'd rather just go braless most of the time. But I found this brand called Comfy that is literally the most comfortable bra I have ever put on my body, and I'm not exaggerating. This portion of the video is also very kindly sponsored by Comfy, and I'm really excited to be working with them because when I tried on their bra for the first time, I was literally in shock. I couldn't believe that I had gone so long not having this bra in my life because I have never found a bra that has really just like fit me and felt as comfortable as these guys. So all of the Comfy bras are completely wireless, and honestly, like I was never one to seek out a wireless bra because I just didn't feel like they had the type of support that like a wired bra had. But these guys are definitely not your average wireless bra. They are just as supportive as a wired bra, but they are so much more comfortable. Let me actually show you. I'm wearing it right now. Okay, so this one is the Airlight bra, which is my personal favorite. It really looks like a sports bra, honestly, but unlike a sports bra, I mean, it gives great shape. What I really like about this is it's number one, really lightweight. So even though it has really great support, it doesn't feel hot or like you're wearing too much, especially on a hot summer day. And it's also seamless. So especially under like tight clothing, you do not see it. It looks completely smooth. My favorite part about this is that the sides are much higher and thicker than like a typical bra. And typically like my bras will end right about here, but I always get a little bit of spillover like underneath my arms over here. And this just like smooths out that entire area and is honestly just perfection. Okay, so this one is the Zero Gravity, and I wanted to show you what this looks like actually underneath a t-shirt. I mean, it just looks so smooth. I really do want to show you the difference. I'm gonna put on one of my like regular bras and I want you to see what it looks like, because in comparison, it's like night and day. What actually normally drives me really crazy about bras is when you see like the cup line over here. And yeah, that like is inevitable, I find, with most like regular not seamless bras. Comfy is also having their first runway show in New York where they'll be featuring some new bra innovations, which is pretty cool. If you want to check it out, I'll put all the details in the description box. If you want to check out these bras, I do actually have a discount code for you guys. It's Jamie23 for 23% off. Okay, now let's talk about my favorite summer fragrances. Portofino 97 from Victoria Beckham is definitely, without a doubt, my number one favorite fragrance for the summertime. When I spray this on, it feels like I'm sitting in like an island cabana somewhere. It's a very bright and kind of juicy fragrance, but it also has a lot of warmth to it to kind of calm it down. If you're not somebody who's like obsessed with like those beachy fragrances, but you still want a perfume that smells really summery, this is like the perfect balance of warmth and that beachy vibe. It's actually described as citrusy woodsy, which is, yeah, exactly how I would describe it. It has bergamot, amber, and vetiver. Like when I smell this, it smells like a creamsicle with a little bit of like woodsy warmth to it. And does that not sound like the most incredible thing ever? So this is my go-to when I want like a very long wearing, intense perfume. But lately I've actually been really into body mists. And typically I don't really go towards body mists just because they're not as intense and long wearing as like a typical perfume, but I actually kind of like that about them, especially for this time of year. Sometimes when it's like really hot outside, I don't want to be overwhelmed by a fragrance. I kind of just want to have like a nice light scent. Fleur Beach Skin, actually very in line with the Victoria Beckham fragrance. Like I feel like they're kind of sisters. But this one has a little bit more of like a sunscreen undertone to it, but like an expensive luxury sunscreen. There's bergamot, which actually makes sense because the Victoria Beckham one has bergamot as well. Ozonic Accord, Pink Pepper, Solar Accord, Coconut Muguet, Melon, Sandalwood, and Vanilla Musk. And I actually learned of a little hack. When you really want your body mist to last, take your body moisturizer. Put a little spritz of the body mist in the moisturizer and then put it all over your body and you will smell delicious. A couple other body mists that I've been really into are these new guys from Josie Maran. So these are basically the corresponding body mist to the Josie Maran body butters. I've mentioned this before, but I'm not the biggest fan of the Josie Maran fragrances in the body butters. I just don't find that they translate as nicely as like they used to in their old formula. But what I will say is their new body mists, oh my God, they are incredible. Like I wish so badly that their body butters smelled exactly like how the body mists smell like, because they are exactly what I would have expected the body butters to smell like. And just as a bit of a side note, what's cool about the Josie Maran body mist is that they have argan oil in them. So they are supposed to be like nourishing for your hair or for your body as well, which is a nice little plus. So Golden Hour is a very similar vibe to the Beach Skin and to the Victoria Beckham perfume. The key notes in this one are amber, white musk, and santal. So it's very, very warm, but also a little bit bright. Topless Tangerine is very citrusy. Like this smells like pure orange. I'm typically not the biggest fan of like a very citrus forward fragrance, but there's something about this that is so delicious. Like it smells juicy. And I could just imagine like mixing this actually with the Vanilla Vibes, because Vanilla Vibes is probably my favorite. This is, again, what I wish so badly the body butter smelled like. This is like the most delicious, sweet, gorgeous vanilla, but these are definitely worth checking out for sure. I'm gonna be spraying myself with these all summer. It's kind of funny because I actually feel like I moisturize my body, or like pay attention to moisturizing my body more in the summertime than I do in the winter. I don't know why that is. Honestly, I use so many different types of body moisturizers, but these are the ones that have really stood out to me lately. The Youth to the People Hydrate and Glow Dream Body Butter has been a favorite of mine for a while. It just makes my skin feel like butter. It is the type of moisturizer that really leaves like a bit of like an oily finish to the skin. It feels like super hydrating. It smells really delicious. Like all Youth to the People products, it has like a really fresh, woodsy, citrusy fragrance to it. These guys are also really great if you want a moisturizer that does not leave any oily residue whatsoever. These are probably the most lightweight body moisturizers I think I've ever used. They're the Vaseline Pro Vita B3 Serum Burst Lotions. This one's the Luminous Glow. This one's supple and soft. This one does give your skin a little bit more of like that glow, but both of them like literally feel like water. It's kind of hard to describe. And honestly, when I first started using it, it was shocking to me because I never tried a body moisturizer that really just leaves zero residue on the skin. Really great, especially if you want to moisturize right before going into bed and you don't want that like greasy feeling on your skin. These are really great, or just in general, if you don't want to feel greasy. They're really, really awesome. I absolutely love bathrobes, and summer is not going to stop me from wearing my bathrobes, because if you're not wearing the right bathrobe with the right fabric, then you are going to be sweating in the summertime because it just gets too hot. So I highly recommend, if you are a bathrobe person, to pick up a cotton bathrobe because it's still cozy, it's still comfy, but it doesn't make you sweat because it's not like overly hot. This beauty was actually a birthday present from some friends of mine. This is like the most Jamie bathrobe ever. It's 100% cotton. It's just so colorful and fun, and the most beautiful bathrobe I've ever seen. And it is currently a heat wave. Like it's literally 45 degrees outside, and I was wearing this bathrobe this morning and I was not dying of heat, but I was so comfy and cozy. I will link this one in particular down below if you want to check it out, but really like any bathrobe out there that's just cotton is what I would recommend for the summertime if you're also a bathrobe lover and refuse to go without during this time of year. This is my tip. These are my favorite summer shorts. They're the Lululemon Pace Rival, and they might not seem like what you would think that I would call my favorite summer shorts because they're not like fancy or fashiony. They're quite sporty, obviously. I mean, they're from Lululemon, but honestly, like I find myself wearing these types of shorts more than anything else just because of how comfortable they are. And I wear them not just like day to day, but I also wear them in my workouts and in my runs. So they're also very, very versatile. I do really like the fact that it has like a full liner underneath, which is always nice, especially for running. And honestly, they're just great casual shorts. I got this colorway with the little stripe last season, I believe, but they have so many solid colors that I actually would love to stock up on. Now let's talk about some of my favorite shoes to wear. 99% of the time I wear just flats or running shoes. And my favorite flats now for 2 years running are the Madewell Mary Janes. These are probably my favorite shoes that I have in my entire collection. They're super simple leather Mary Janes in this beautiful bright cherry red color. And you would think that cherry red shoes wouldn't go with a lot of things or would be hard to wear, but I'm telling you, like I wear these more than any other shoe in my collection, and I swear they go with everything. And not only do they go with everything, but I find because they are red, and most of the time my outfits are quite neutral, it actually kind of makes the outfit, adds a little bit of color to it, which I really love. They're also super, super comfortable. I've walked kilometers in these things. I just love a Mary Jane because they kind of go with everything. They look great with jeans, they look great with dresses and skirts. Every type of outfit, this shoe works. So that's why they've become pretty much my most worn. Speaking of walking, a good pair of walking shoes in the summer are very important because summer is the time that I get my steps in. I walk literally thousands of steps every single day. We don't have a very long summer in Montreal, so I like to be outside as much as humanly possible when it is nice out. So this is my absolute favorite walking shoe. It is the On Cloud Monster, and it's a very, very cushiony shoe. So you feel very bouncy when you're walking them. Like whenever I wear these to walk, it feels like I'm just like walking on clouds. Would always recommend when it comes to walking or running to always get fitted for the right shoe, because while I can give you my recommendation, everybody's feet are made differently. The way that you walk is always going to be a little bit different. So it's important to get fitted for the right shoe, especially if you experience like injuries or you get really sore. You might want to look at the type of shoe that you're wearing. Always great to go to a running store to get fitted, but I absolutely love these. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about my absolute favorite summer drink, and that's Poppi. If you check out my little drink fridge that I have here, it is filled with Poppi. I always have to be stocked because both my boyfriend and I are obsessed. My personal favorite flavor is Doc Pop. It's just so refreshing, so delicious. I love having a fun drink at the end of the day. When 5 o'clock hits, I have a Poppi. That's like my congratulations, you finished the day drink. And that is it, guys. Those are all of my summer essentials. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments as per usual. Hit thumbs up button if you enjoyed and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will see you in the next one.